I think one of the biggest issues facing America today is the definition of community. In America, community is not defined by geography, it's defined by identity. Just because you live next to someone doesn't mean you have to work together with them to build a better world right where you are. In fact, now we're passing laws to encourage people to leave just because they're not like ourselves. And that's where the body politic comes in. What happens when you put all these different identities in the same family unit?
I originally came across the myth of Iphis, which is in Ovid's Metamorphoses, about 8 years ago. I tried to write it by myself and it didn't work. I knew that I needed to update it to modern times. So when I came across the tradition of the Bacha-Posh in Afghanistan, I knew that this was a scenario in which this story could take place.
And I asked the question, what if this transgender Bacha-Posh had the opportunity to come to America? What do we learn about ourselves? The Body Politic was commissioned by Juventus New Music Ensemble in Boston and premiered last year at the Boston Center for the Arts. While we were in rehearsals for the world premiere of this show, the bathroom bell passes.
And this story is about transgender discrimination in North Carolina.
And we turned to each other and we said, if our goal is to bring people closer together, then let's do that where it's needed most.
We decided to cancel our initial New York production and go down to North Carolina and present it at the State House, which has never been done before in the history of this country.
This is not a rally. This is not a protest. This is civil discourse through art. We had a full-page write-up in the Boston Globe, we were in the Daily Mail in London, we were in the Associated Press, we were in the New York Times, we were in the Miami Herald, everywhere. There are churches interested in performing this show.
New York is safe.
NYMF is a stepping stone. We're hoping to use the build of this show to launch a small tour of the body politic to affected communities around this country, starting with North Carolina, where the show takes place. Diversity is very important for us. We have a first-generation Muslim American directing the show, we have a gender non-conforming lighting designer, and we have a transgender Muslim American playing the lead.
We're only trying to begin a conversation. We're not trying to fight anyone. We're honestly trying to bring people together.
That's how an artist can affect change. A politician can affect change about a law, but we can affect change slowly over time by changing people's hearts and then changing their minds so that they won't want to pass these laws to begin with.
We could take this show on the road and bring it to state colleges and high schools in a shortened version to start conversations with the communities that need these stories the most.
See you at NYMF.